Captain C.A. Richardson here for Salt Strong. Here's a little tip, or a question I should really say, that is asked of me all the time. In relation to size, what makes you choose a certain lure size over color or profile or whatnot? Well, oftentimes it's the species that determines what size lure that you're throwing, or the bait in the water at the present time, the size of the hatch that determines the size bait. But many times, based off cloud cover, wind conditions, depth of water, that determines what size lure that you're going to use. So here, I've got two setups. I've got some soft plastics here, and I've got some suspending hard baits. Now, this particular larger suspending hard bait, the Texas T-Color, I like this bait when I've got a little bit bigger fish around, and if I need to make a little bit longer cast. Let's say I've got to throw across the wind. This is going to be a lot smarter choice for me to throw in breezier, windier conditions than a lighter Miradine. The smaller size doesn't cover the water as fast. If I've got darker conditions, someplace I need more flash, more vibration, displace more water when I'm twitching harder, the larger XL27 size is going to be much better than that. But if I've got places where the water's still crystal clear, the larger size would be a negative and the smaller size would be a better bait. That smaller Miradine is a little bit more appealing in more natural conditions, cleaner, clearer, shallower water. It also catches everything. That size bait's going to catch everything from a pinfish to a tarpon. This size bait is going to eliminate a lot of the smaller fish. So that sometimes determines what size I'm going to use. In the soft plastics, it's no different. The smaller your paddle tail, the smaller the fish it will appeal to. But in perfect conditions, it will appeal to the largest fish, that little 3-inch version. The 4-inch version has a bigger tail, has more thump, more vibration, so in darker, windier conditions, deeper conditions where I'm trying to draw a strike from a greater distance, the 4-inch tail is going to work much better. So when you're trying to, summarize what makes you determine the choice of a larger artificial versus a smaller, more diminutive selection, lots of times it's decided upon the conditions that you're fishing. The better the conditions, typically the smaller the bait. The worse the ambient conditions, typically the larger baits work better. And sometimes species will determine. Are you just trying to catch a big snook? Well, throw that big pork chop Miradine and you're probably going to catch a big snook. Are you trying to catch a big redfish? Probably that diesel 4-inch size is probably going to get their attention a little bit better than having to make the perfect cast with the 3-inch minnow. So when you're choosing bait size, think about what's in the water, what you're targeting, and what are the conditions, moreover, that will make your decision a lot easier. I hope this little tip helps put a few more fish in your boat.